Good morning. We're going to be doing some seated exercise, 20 minutes, if that's all right. Today we're going to focus on reaching, working up our back muscles, and let's go. So we're going to start by sitting in the back of the chair. We want to come forwards to that front third. Hands are going to hold on, trying to not move the feet too much, having the movement from the tummy and the hips. Space behind me, hands on the thighs. Let's turn the muscles on. Pull the navel into the spine, shoulders back and down, eye line forwards, lengthening and lifting. All those muscles are now switched on. Roll those shoulders back away from your ears. 30 seconds, let's move the feet toe to heel. So I hope you've had a good weekend. And yesterday I went to Pole Hill Garden Centre in Sevenoaks. And as it's raining, I like to switch on my senses a bit more. And I enjoyed picking up different bath bombs and smelling them. And I always like to get a nice hand wash. So I got a lavender and geranium hand wash yesterday. And that made me feel really uplifted because no one likes the rain, do they? So whatever you've done, make sure that you're feeling okay to do your workout today. We want to try and get you doing this home program 2 or 3 times a week. So now we're going to move into feet coming a little bit wider. Tummy muscles are going to pull in, and 30 seconds of the arms. Keep the toes wiggling. Use the initiation from the elbow, and shoulders are down, tummy muscles are in. I've got Michael Jackson playing on Alexa, but I don't think you can hear it. So I have got a mic that can connect with the laptop and play music. We'll have a think about that. Arms are coming back in, and we're going back for those feet. I'm going to now add one arm. So elbow's going to come in and back. Drive it back. So the muscle we work here is the back of the shoulder and your back muscles here. And it helps loosen the shoulders too. So quite an important movement. 10 seconds more. I'm going to use both arms for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keeping a steady breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking my hands back down and bring back into my feet. So I'm now a bit more warmed up. And before I do my ankle mobilizers, I'm going to be doing a couple of calf raises and toe raises. So my calves are coming up and back down. I might use one arm to curl towards my shoulder. I'll do 5 more. Keeping that steady breathing. Take the arm down if you feel it's too much. Lovely. 1 more. Feet are going to come a little bit wider. And I'm going to lift up those toes. So small pumps, 8 times. Keeping my breath steady. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to walk back into my seat. So hold on if you need to. If you don't need to, bring your arms here. Walk your bottom back into the seat. Take one leg forwards. Keep your ankle below your knee. Let's go in for those nice stretches. Range of movement. Unstiffen those ankles. We're going to change over sides. Pointing down, coming back up. So we know this unstiffens the ankles. As it was wet yesterday, this is one of the things that we really want to focus on, because when it's wet, we want to step up a little bit more because we're worried about it slipping. So the strength from the shin and the strength of the ankle muscles are important. Okay, so let's come forwards, back into the chair. Okay, so we should now be warmer. We're going to do our trunk movements. One hand is going to slide across and we're just going to turn to show you. So slide across and then my head and shoulder is going to turn. I might wiggle those toes. I'll pause back in the centre. Keep the breathing steady, so avoid any holding breath. I'm going to breathe in, I'm going to breathe out as I turn. Breathe back into the centre. Keep the tummy muscles in, make sure there's a gap behind. Coming over. And I know I'm going to ask you a question and you can shout it out while we're doing this video. Why do we do this movement? So you can give your answers, but we mobilise that lower back. But why do we do it? What's one thing that we do with that movement? Okay, we've done the trunk movement. So now we're going to be doing the, I'm going to do the big movements today, lower back. So the hands are going to hold onto the back of the chair or hands on your bottom or one. So lifting this part of the chest up to mobilise the lower back. Be careful, don't overarch the back. Take a breath and lift up, shoulders coming back. 2 seconds hold and I'm going to release. So I'm going to breathe in. Breathe out, lift. And I'm going to do one more. And even though I've cheated and I've done 3, you're going to do 5. So it's 5 of mobilisation movements after that warm up of 3 to 6 minutes, depending on how warm you get. So now we're going to take those arms out. So keeping your forwards chair, we want to get the back a bit more activated. So we're going to bring the elbows back, draw them forwards. I'm going to do this 6 times. Squeeze the shoulder blades back, keep the shoulders down, keep breathing in, keep breathing out. Good. 2. Lovely. And 1. Perfect. A little bit of a rewarm. So whilst we're pedaling those feet, we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to squeeze the shoulder blades back together. Okay, showing you from the side. So pedaling, squeezing those muscles, coming forwards. Okay, if you do need a hand on, hold on one hand. 3 more. 2. Lovely. 1. Good. Okay. So I would like us to have a drink if you need one. So sit yourself back into your seat and we're going to get our drink of water. Now mine is under the chair. So I'm going to move forwards in my chair. I'm going to take one leg forwards and I'm going to reach. It did drop to the side. But let's have a practice of putting your water down. Hand holding onto the chair. Put your water down. Bring it back up. Hand to the hold of the chair. Bring your water down. So I'm learning to shift my weight. I'm going to show it from the side. So I'm sitting forwards, gap behind, bottle of water, comes down. I hold on to the chair, take my feet wider if I need to. That helps my base. Coming down, keep the feet wider if you need to help your base. And that teaches us to shift our weight. I don't need to look where the water's going because I know in space where it is. So I know where I need to put it. I know how heavy that bottle of water is. And that's one thing we want to think about is when we shift that weight, do we know what gravity we've got? So I'm going to do some workout with my water. Yay! I'm going to come forward to that bottle of water midway and I'm going to hold my water like this and I'm going to Reach it up and down. So your movement might be that. That might be your range of movement. Or you might go a little above shoulder. I don't want to go above my head. I just want to go a little above shoulder or here. Keep breathing slowly. Keep steady. 1. I'm going to do 6 on the other side. So I'm turning myself around. So I'm bringing my bottle up, knuckle forwards, then I draw it down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. I'm going to bring myself back into the chair and I'm going to place my water down. Okay, look how my ear doesn't touch my shoulder. Okay, forwards in the chair again. We're going to do our back. So we're going to take that band, place it over our lap, and we're going to pop our hands and slide it underneath. My band is long. I want a space behind me, and I want to lengthen my arms with my shoulders down away from my ears. I'm going to pull. I'm going to drive back. Then I'm going to come forwards and release. I'm going 6 times. I'm going to pull, drive back towards my tummy as I breathe out. Breathing in as I come back. Okay? Don't overthink the breathing. Just make sure we don't hold our breath. 3 more to go. And I know that you can shout out an activity that you do at home that this muscle works. So for me, it's hanging out the washing. It helps us stand more upright. It helps those back muscles there. And it helps with posture. Anything where we're pulling. So it could be when I'm hoovering. Any of those things. Okay, 1 set of 6 done. Do you need a drink? Yeah, so after you've done your strength, you might want a minute break to have a drink. Have a drink if you need to. I'm going to go for another one. Palms are underneath. So here I go for that pull. I'm going to drive back. Have I got that room to drive? Then I'm going to come forwards and inhale. As I come back, breathing out. Think about how hard is this getting for you? What's the effort level? Are my arms starting to shake? Alexa, turn it down a bit, please. Got the please. She won't listen to me unless I say please. And then 1 more, lovely. So I'm going to shake my arms out. And I've done my 2 times 6 upper back strengthener. Fantastic. Brilliant. So next up, we've got to be doing those front of the feet, yeah? So when it gets weather like it does, we need to think about strengthening those front of the feet, toe raises. But we're going to do the seated for Ready Steady Walk. So we're going to need to move forwards in the chair for this. And we're going to take our band long and place it underneath the front of our feet. So it's just a little bit further than our toes, yeah? If you can see. And then what we want to do is we want to hold the band by ponytails. And we're going to lift up our feet and lower. You know, you might need to hold on with one hand if you need to hold on with, but the idea is that we're best holding on with 2 because we want that to keep our steadiness. We should by this stage be able to hold ourselves up like this. Keep our tummy muscles in. I know you always do it in class. And we're going to pump up and down. I'm doing it 10 times. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to have a little rest for a moment, okay? And then I'm going to do another 6. Should we do 16 today? Could have done 8 and 8, couldn't we? So another 6. So I'm doing 16 toe raises in total. So I'm going to go a bit slower now. As I lift my toes, my front of my foot, I'm going to count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. As I go back down, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get that resistance. Push your feet against that resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Last 2. Good work. Last 1. Lovely. Take the band from underneath your feet. Put it on the back of your chair. Lovely. So we'll do some leg strengtheners now. No band needed. I've got ankle weights. I may bring them in on Tuesday because I need to see if we can hinge down to put them on. Takes a bit of wrist strength as well. Bring ourselves back into the chair. 4 times each leg. Take the leg out. Okay. So what you're going to do, notice how my chair is my bottom's higher than these in this chair. You're going to come back for 1, 2, 3. So you're just bringing that foot back. Then you're going to lift it up for 1, 2, 3. So I've got a soft knee here. Make sure the leg's not completely straight. Keep your regular breathing. And you're strengthening all your hip to your knee. So all those muscles there. Very important there. So for getting better with that sit to stand. Now I can feel this last one. I've got no weights on, but I can feel it shaking. Lovely. Give it a bit of pat. Have a rest 30 seconds if you need to. We're going to go on to the other side. I'm just going to shift around so you can see me. So sitting in the back of the chair, we want to lift up for 1, 2, 3. And back for 1, 2, 3. So holding on. Good. I'm watching, got telly going on in the background. I've got all these different adverts coming on and the telly's moving as I'm looking at the laptop. So I should thought to turn that off, making me a bit dizzy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. So patting out the thighs, lovely. We'll do one more, which is the wrist strengthener. And then we want to stretch and then we want to think about cooling down, maybe getting out of the seat. So we're going to do our wrist strengthener. We're going to use our band. We're going to come forwards in the chair. So try not to lift those feet too much. Wrist strengthener. We want to be thinking about thumb, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. So we want to get those touching points of our hands. Yeah, when we're using our wrists, we want to warm up our hands. So we'll do 5 finger touches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll do a open closed fist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll do a punch, open, close, back. Open, close, back. Open, close, back. I'm going to do that 3 times, but you might need to do it a little bit longer. So folding the band in half, we're going to wrap it up. So you've got it like that. You're going to wrap it up like that. So unfortunately, the first fracture site is the wrist. Somebody fractures their wrists every 10 minutes. Costs 500 quid in NHS, but it's drastic for the person. But that's the first thing we do. Put our hand down to stop ourselves. So our grip strength has got to be good. Anyone that gets a bus and the bus pulls off and you're holding on, it's got to be good. So we want to put one hand on top of the other. We want elbows down like that. And we're going to turn it your best way. So I'm going to turn that band and release. And I'm going to do it again. I'm going to turn that band and hold for a few seconds and release. I'm going to turn 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. So I did my turns for about 5, 6 times. We can think about cooling down now. So let's get the band on the back of the chair. Yeah. Do make sure as well when we've been using that bottle of water, that the bottle of water when you get up is actually under your seat, not in front of you in case it's a trip hazard. So the hands are going to rotate. Lovely. Those ankles are going to rotate. We may do the other one as well. And then we're thinking about warming down. Yeah, so we're just going to pedal and rotate those wrists for a moment. Soft pedaling. Yeah. Shoulder roll coming back. We're going to do a single. Shoulder roll coming back as we're pedaling the feet. We haven't raised the heart rate that much in this session because we didn't use too many small arm movements, and we didn't do big leg movements today. But we still want to think about cooling down though. So still, you know, little pedals in the feet, little turns of the wrists, shoulders coming up and down. So I'll do this 4 more times with you. I did single shoulders 5 times, and now I've done my double shoulders 5 times. Yeah. And then you want to think about your ankle mobilizers again. So sitting at the back of the chair so your back gets a rest. So we're taking up one leg, pointing the toe down, flexing the heel, pointing the toe down, flexing the heel. I'll do that 3 times. Then for another 3, you might think about rotating all the way around. Good. And change it over. So coming down, 2, 3. And then imagine as if I'm drawing a pencil on a board with my toe. 1, 2, 3. Lovely. Yeah. Good. So you might need to do that another 2 times. If you're still a little bit warm, you might need to be doing this a little bit more. Yeah. It really depends on you. So I would say do that a couple more times if you need to. Point the toe, rotate the ankle. And when you're ready, come forwards in that chair again. And let those arms relax. Try and get them a little bit looser. Think about breathing in, breathing out. Give yourself a little bit of a pat. Sends nice sensation back to your body. And think about coming now into that calf stretch. So one leg comes forwards, toe comes just moving away so you can see me. Toe comes up towards you, and you want to lift up from the waist. 20 seconds if you can. Keep breathing, steady. Change over. It's a bit of ABBA music now, but you can't hear it. We need to sort that out, don't we? And release. One leg going forwards. So I'm on the front third of my chair, small bend, but I'm going to put my hand on my supporting leg. I'm going to hold my other hand on the chair, which is for support. Lovely. And changing over. So relaxing that foot, hinging forwards, keeping the back straight. Lovely. And release. Well, that's the end of today's session. So today's session was a lot about the back muscles and the feet. Have a lovely rest of the weekend and see you on Tuesday. Thank you very much. Bye. Turn it off now, but take your time getting up, okay? You would have told me off then. I needed to pedal when I sat up. There we go.